Welcome to the Sharpe Way Show. I'm very happy to have you all here with me this evening. It is 7 p.m. on the East Coast, which means, well, it's actually 7:30. I'm about a half hour late today. I'm sorry, I was doing so much other work. If you've been paying attention to my page, you've seen I've done a bunch of other things today, so I was kind of busy today, but I'm still back here. Thank you all for watching. We've got some fun stuff for today, if you don't mind. Like, comment, share. It does matter. I bug you every time on this. Don't stop. Like, comment, share. Very important. And of course, if you've got the time and you got the cash, no worries. Head over to patreon.com/sharpeway. Sponsor whatever you can. $100 is fine. If you got that kind of money, happy to help me out there. Please go ahead. $10 is fine. $25 is great, but you got none of that. No worries at all. Like, comment, share is free. So please do that to move everything forward, to make sure that we are still rocking and rolling here and that people know what we're doing. But also, if you happen to be someone who's been watching this show and saying, you know what, I'm not sure where I stand. How libertarian am I? Elections coming up. What should I do? No worries. Head over to www.theadvocates.org. That is theadvocates.org. Take the test over there, and you will find out exactly how libertarian you are. Yes, theadvocates.org. Head on over there. You will see exactly how libertarian you are. I bet you're more libertarian than you think. I mean, you probably are. But even if you're not, do you like CBD products? Yes, I am talking about CBD products. Head over to grownselection.com, another sponsor. Please do that if you can. Go see what they got going on. If you like CBD products owned by a libertarian, which is the most critical piece, supporting what we're talking about as always, head on over there, put in the code SharpeWay20. Why 20? So you can get 20% off of your order. Absolutely do that, and then we are rocking and rolling. All right, so I know I talked a bit about in my intro, I did the future of COVID, and I'm bringing this up for an important reason. It's a little bit selfish today, but some of you asked me to do this a lot, and I'm going to do it this time. You've asked me for this. I am going to show you what my Governor Cuomo, who has touted how amazing he is, how awesome he is, how he's dealt with the COVID crisis. He did a briefing, and I want to talk about what does he see as the future of COVID. Is this going to be something that we're going to be living with for the next 10 years, the next 5 minutes? What's going to be happening here, and how do we see it? How is this going to be looked upon? Let me grab my glorious governor and show you what he's talking about. I think you'll enjoy it. He is very often he's very funny. Actually, he's not, but I try to make it funny when I show his stuff. Let me quickly go through his stuff.
But I had a revelation over the weekend.
He had a revelation over the weekend.
The great federal COVID mystery.
The great federal COVID mystery. This is what he's calling it, by the way. Now, to be clear, he's quickly doing this briefing because he wants to act like he's the smartest, fastest, best guy around. And he completely ignores all the wrongdoing that he's done. To be clear, he ignores all of the wrongdoing that he's done.
For me over the weekend. I couldn't understand why the federal government had been taking the approach that they had taken on COVID.
See, the first thing he says is he does well. He blames. I couldn't understand why the federal government has done this. Oh my God, the federal government has done this again. Oh.
In the very beginning, right?
Yeah, why?
Why?
Tell me why.
When they knew in January.
They knew.
When they got the Peter Navarro memo.
Yeah.
That 100 million people could be infected. Why did they do nothing back in January?
Why did they do nothing?
Keep denying COVID?
Yeah.
Why did the federal government basically abdicate responsibility and leave it to the states?
So wait a minute. Is it do nothing or is it leave it to the states? Which one is it? No worries. So if he left it to the states in January, that would mean you should do something, right? Assuming that this is true and that the federal government said, oh, well, 2 million could die. I don't care. Assuming that happened, which you just said it did. And they then gave it to the states. At that point, shouldn't the states have done something? And I'm trying to think, who was running New York State in January of this year? Oh, that would be you, wouldn't it?
Why was the federal approach devoid of following the science.
Why was it not following the science? And why did it not do a one-size-fits-all answer for everything? Let's not forget that. The one-size-fits-all answer for everything. That's going to come back in a minute.
I couldn't understand it
Couldn't get that.
until I heard the chief of staff
Yeah.
on television this weekend. And sometimes people actually
Tell you they
what
do?
they mean.
They do, not you. But sometimes people actually do tell you what they mean. Not you, but some people do sometimes. Some people are honest and actually say what they mean. Some do. Definitely not you. You never do that. But some people actually do. And you're telling me you were thinking, I want to be clear, since January. So for 10 months, you were staying at home. It's October now, in case you didn't know, Governor. I'm sorry, Your Majesty. 10 months you were sitting at home. Oh, I can't sleep. Tell me, why was the federal government so bad? Oh, stop the madness. I can't sleep. You were like, I don't know, taking sleep pills because you couldn't handle it. You were so worried about this until this guy said stuff. Look at the picture they picked of this guy. The picture they picked of Mark Meadows. Like he's, mean. I'm ready to eat some babies. That's the picture they picked. Well, luckily, this is not partisan.
And the chief of staff said, we are not going to control the pandemic.
Yes. In October, he said that. Not January, but that's fine. No worries.
We are going to control the fact that we get vaccines, therapeutics, and other mitigation areas.
Okay.
That, my friends,
tell me, my friend,
is their theory.
Like a theory of the case when you were a prosecutor? That's the theory of the case when you were a prosecutor putting people in jail for victimless crimes. Okay, yep, I got it now.
Going to control the pandemic.
Right.
All we can do is develop a vaccine and a therapeutic.
That's it.
That's what they believe.
Oh, my God.
That's what they believed from day one.
From day one, they believe that. Huh. Well, if that happened from day one, why didn't you take charge, homeboy? Why didn't you do that?
They can't control the virus.
Look at that.
And that was, in my opinion,
your opinion,
factually a wrong premise back in January.
Got it. Wrong.
And it was the wrong conclusion.
It was the wrong conclusion. And then so you saw that and you acted immediately, right? Oh, no, you didn't.
It is a threshold issue.
You didn't.
Because if you believe you can't control it,
then
you don't even try.
We didn't try. We just said, let everybody die. That's what happened. Oh, no, it isn't. Oh, but sounds like it. Yes, Matt, I can call him homeboy. We're both from Queens, so I do call him homeboy often. Yes.
The federal government has never tried to control the virus.
The federal government's done nothing.
And their focus has always been, we need to get a vaccine quickly. It was in effect.
But you didn't want the vaccine, right? Only the federal government, just them?
Preemptive capitulation.
They surrendered.
The virus attacks in January.
Yeah.
They say we can't control it. They put their hand.
I don't remember them saying that because you said you didn't know until like last week. So I don't think they said that, but it's fine. I guess they said it. You weren't paying attention maybe? So you just sat here doing nothing for 10 months going, when Daddy Trump, when are you going to fix things?
Hands up. That was preemptive capitulation. The federal government.
Tell me.
Think back in January. The federal government sees the projections.
Right. The federal government.
This is how many people are going to get sick. This is how many people are going to die.
Yeah.
They're watching what happened in China and Italy.
What were you doing then? What were you doing? I'm curious because the federal government was doing all this stuff. I guess they have magic power, were they using crystal balls that you didn't have? Is that what it was? Or maybe we were all watching it, including you? Maybe.
The time, and you saw that number going straight up.
Straight up.
And they believed there were only two options.
Yeah, tell me what they were.
Option A.
Tell me.
Is close down the economy.
That's option A, close down the economy. You like that one. Okay, you voted for that one. You're like, shut it all down, punish everybody. That sounds like you. Okay, keep going.
Option B.
Tell me that.
Was let the virus spread.
Oh, so there's only two things. There was only shut it all down or let the virus spread, everybody dies. I don't remember that. You know what? You are His Majesty King Andrew II, perhaps you remember something I don't. I don't remember the federal government, because you don't want to say the word Trump because of election time. I don't remember the federal government going, you know what? There's two options. I don't believe we can stop it. I don't remember anyone saying that. And then going, we can either shut the entire economy down or let everybody die. I don't remember any of that. It's weird how I don't remember that. It's almost like 1984, when you control the past, you now control the present. Isn't that weird how we just change what happened, change history? I don't remember any of that. But okay, maybe I'm wrong.
That's what they saw, and that's what they believe.
Those people.
Either we have to close down the economy.
That's it.
Or we have to let the virus spread. And they were not going to close down the economy.
Oh, because I knew you liked that one. You really like that, close the entire economy and destroy small businesses. See, that was, and you're like, they didn't want that. What's wrong with them? Of course you do that. Close it down the economy and destroy all the businesses. Duh. Of course. You're right.
Because as the president has said 100 times,
100
for
times,
him, it's all about the economy.
For him, it's all about the economy. Nobody else. Nobody else cares about their job, their business, their career, their finances, their credit cards. No one cares about that. Rent, mortgage. No one cares about that. Only the president does. And only he said that. He said, yeah, do that because I care about the economy. So I'm going to let everybody die because somehow if everyone dies, that makes the economy grow. I'm not sure how that works. It's fine. I'm good. You are all about shutting the economy down, Del Duce. You are. I got you.
And he was not going to close the economy.
He wasn't. What an evil man.
So let the virus spread. There was a third option.
There was? Tell me what that was.
That they didn't consider.
Tell me.
That you can control the spread.
You can control the spread
of the virus by having a phased economic reopening.
Thank you. You speak to me like I'm a small child and I don't understand basic concepts. So I don't feel at all talked down to. I don't feel your condescension whatsoever. So I'm glad you say it. And the hand motion helps a lot. Look, you're stupid, so you should understand what I'm saying. So I move my hand forward so you won't. So, look at my hand, right? I'm hypnotizing you. Go ahead, do that. Yeah, wow. I don't feel condescension at all. Thank you. I appreciate that, Your Majesty. I really do. So what you're saying is option was phased. So what did you do? Oh, you shut the economy down. Is what you did. You weren't into the phase thing. You were all about shut the economy down. That's what I remember. But maybe I'm wrong. I remember you telling me that I was non-essential and that I can't go to work. And I remember all my customers immediately trashing all my consulting gigs. That's what I remember. I don't remember the phase thing. You know what? My memory's bad.
That was the right answer back in January, February.
And you immediately did that, right? So you knew that was the answer in January. And you immediately started doing phase in, phase out. That's what you did, right? Oh, no. I remember you doing nothing until March, then sending, give or take, 7,000 elderly people to their death in nursing homes. That's what I remember. I remember you shutting our economy down, trashing New York City, and then sending about 7,000 elderly New Yorkers to their deaths in nursing homes. That's my recollection. But you know what? Maybe I'm off.
February, March, and it is the right answer today.
Okay, it is.
It was never binary. It was never let's keep the economy open versus let's attend to public health.
But you shut the economy down. But it was never binary? It was never binary, but you made it binary.
It was always both.
Okay, always.
And not just in the retrospective.
Tell me.
It's what they're doing today.
Oh!
That's the problem.
Well, okay, so today's still a problem. Okay, but aren't you in charge now? All right, help me out.
They're following the same approach today.
Okay.
It has always been both. Remember when we talked about opening the economy?
Yeah, I remember that.
They see the valve as all on or all off.
I don't remember that valve. I don't remember that valve. This is funny. I've been living here in New York City for decades in New York City for decades. And I remember this last year pretty well because it shut my business down. So I remember pretty well, kind of do. I don't remember any valve. I don't remember that valve at all. I don't remember the federal government stopping from doing anything, actually. I remember you stopping me from doing a whole lot. That's what I remember. So my memory's shot. I don't know what's going on. My memory is shot.
Either it's on or it's off.
Is that right?
We said no. You phase the economic reopening, turn the valve a little bit, let the economy start.
Little bit. So he literally shut the economy down. That was his first piece. Shut it down. Because he believes in his world, there is no other answer but that. You got to shut it down. That's always a start. And he believes that he has the power to do so and knows better than you. Then slowly open up as he sees fit. And if you're essential, then, you'll be essential. If not, well, what are you going to do?
And then watch the viral spread on the gauges.
On the gauges. We watch the viral spread on the gauges. So there's this valve, and then there's these gauges. Were these the gauges, the ones you're showing me now? Why didn't you show me those gauges? I didn't know where to go. I don't know. Wow. It's weird that there's these gauges I didn't know about. Okay. It's crazy. Yeah, Pete, lockdowns don't work. That's true. And the WHO finally said that. But you know what? They didn't know that he meant with the gauges. That's the thing. See, if the WHO had gauges, then it would be totally different. It's gauges.
If the viral spread starts to go up,
what happens then?
You back off.
You back
on
off
the
what?
Valve
on the
for
valve.
The economy.
Turn that valve back. Got it.
This is not.
So what he's saying now is you just have that one size fits all with the gauges, and you turn it off. So simple. So I'm curious, why didn't you do that then? Or did you just figure this out last week? Is that what you're saying? When the guy Mark said his thing, you went, gauges, of course, in valves. So simple. God, maybe that's what it is. Okay.
A political debate.
Okay.
It's not a theoretical debate.
It's not? Okay. What is it?
These are facts.
The gauge thing is a fact? I don't remember any of the everything you've said. I don't remember any of it. So I got a feeling it's not all fact.
Right? We now have numbers and we have facts.
We do. 7 months. Well, no, from January, 10 months later. You're right. We do have facts now. We do. That's correct.
New York State controlled the virus.
Yes, it did by sending 7,000 people to their deaths. Whoa, did we flatten the curve? Amazing. Wow, we flattened the curve. We did. Generally speaking, if you have a lot of people who are ill and you kill them off in nursing homes, 7,000 at a pop, boom, curve flattened. Just like that. Absolutely. Well done. I can't argue that fact. You did. By sending 7,000 elderly New Yorkers to their deaths, you absolutely did flatten the curve. No doubt. But most people don't see, there are about 33,000, give or take, deaths in New York that are COVID related, whatever that means, out of 500,000. I wouldn't be proud of that if I was you. And 20% of those deaths, give or take, are directly related to you sending those people to those nursing homes. About 20% directly related to you sending those elderly people to their deaths in nursing homes. I'm waiting for that valve. Where's that valve? Where's the elderly people valve? Is that a valve? Is that a gauge? Which one is that one? I'm not sure which one that one is, but you did that. 20%. 20%. The federal government took no responsibility. Where was yours? Is there even a sorry? Yeah, probably not.
And we're controlling it now. Chief of Staff says you can't control the pandemic.
Can't control.
New York says you're wrong.
New York says you're wrong. Just send 7,000. Just send 20% of your deaths to their deaths in nursing homes. Problem solved. Then a couple gauges, couple valves. That's it. Easy day.
Because we
Easy
did.
Day. Look at that. Oh, that's the ambush. Oh, I love this one, guys. See, COVID ambushed New York. He said, I just heard him say, we knew this in January and we were watching in in China and Italy, but we got ambushed. Why? I thought you were taking charge. I thought in January, the federal government immediately just abandoned you and left you on your own. You know what's funny? In March, because I didn't see this in January and February, because I'm not the governor, nor am I in that position, nor am I in the federal government. I'm just a civilian who saw this by February, and I had a plan by March. A plan that still would be working right now. If anyone wants to see it, go to my Sharpe Way YouTube page, and you'll see 10 videos on COVID that I put together in March. Crazy how I had a plan, some schmo from Queens, and you sat there and blamed everyone else because you got ambushed. What you did. Man, so unfair. Life's unfair to you, Your Highness. Life's unfair to you. It's true.
Fact.
Oh, fact! I didn't know that if you just yell fact at the end of your statement, it by default becomes true. I didn't know that. Okay, got it. You owe me $10 million. Fact. Done. I expect that check in the mail.
January, February, March.
Yeah, what happened?
COVID came to New
Oh,
York.
sorry.
We call it an ambush.
It's not one, but you call it that. Yes, you do. Yes, people call you a leader. You're not one, but they do call you that. That's true. You call it an ambush. It wasn't, but you call it that. I got it. People call you competent. You're not, but they absolutely call you that. That's true.
Because the federal government didn't know that it was on its way.
Didn't know. But I thought you said they knew. And they all of a sudden decided that this doesn't work. I don't understand. Cuomo sucks. Fact, yes. Which, Barbara, makes it true. As long as you yell fact at the end, so true. Absolutely so true. Just yell fact. You'll be fine.
Fact.
See?
Every projection model said between 110 and 140,000 people are going to be hospitalized. That was a fact.
See that? Everyone projected that. Projections, which if you know what a projection is, if the average person's projection is, it's a guesstimation. It's absolutely not a fact. That's why it's called a projection. If you look at your little yellow thing there, it says New York State projections. Projections means not fact. But it is a fact because he yelled fact. Therefore, it is a fact. I apologize. You're right. Your Highness, I apologize. Oh, Hill King. The king has yelled fact. Therefore, even though it literally says projection, it's a fact.
Every model said that.
Oh.
You let the virus take its course, you're going to have 110, 140,000 people hospitalized. That's
Fact.
Columbia, that's Gates, that's McKinsey,
Fact.
That's all of them.
And they never get this wrong, ever. Ever. They're always right every single time, except for 50%. Except for 50%, like literally a coin flip. Except for that, always right. Fact.
What did we do? We
What'd you do?
flattened the curve.
You did. In March, you flattened the curve. Let me try it again. Maybe I guess you're not here. This isn't a two-way street, is it? It's just me? I guess it is. You flattened the curve by sending 7,000 elderly New Yorkers to their deaths in nursing homes. Yeah, that is a way to flatten the curve. Not the one I would have selected, but you're right. Fact. You are responsible for 7,000 elderly dead New Yorkers to flatten the curve. Fact. Done.
Rather than the virus going up, we flattened the curve.
You did.
Flattening the
Tell me.
curve is controlling the virus.
See that? That's what it is.
By definition.
By definition. Kill off 7,000 elderly. Win. Fact. Now, he just said that it was a fact. There will be 140,000 hospitalizations, but we only had 18,000. If he knew what he was doing, assuming he did, and he said he'd do it, this is all his plan because he's going to control it with his plan. And 140,000. Why did the federal government, which, as he said, surrendered, send that ship, send the USS Comfort with all those extra beds that we didn't need? Remember all those beds? We didn't need them. Yeah, we didn't need those beds. But I thought it was a fact. What happened to that? Didn't mean that. Not just that. What about all those ventilators that we needed that we didn't really need? Fact. You're full of shit. Fact. But worse, if you ask him why, and he's on record saying this, why in the world did he send those 7,000 people to their death? He said on record, I'm not making this up, check this out if you want to. He said because he was worried about hospitalizations, he wanted to open up hospital beds. His words, not mine. He said he was sending those people back into nursing homes to open up the hospital beds. But I thought you had this plan to control everything. Well, if you knew you were going to control it, fact, then you didn't need to send those people to their deaths, did you? You wouldn't need the USS Comfort, would you? But you asked for the ship, and you sent them to their deaths. We got this, not because fact, you're awesome, because their projections were wrong. That's the real fact. Their projections were wrong because if they were correct and you had a real plan, you wouldn't have asked for the ship nor sent those people to their death. So the actual fact is you didn't know a goddamn thing. Their projections were totally wrong because they didn't have good information, and now you're taking credit for it. Fact, you are stealing credit, and you are completely incompetent and an evil person with absolutely no conscience whatsoever. Yes, fact. I think we're good on this one.
It is controlling the virus.
You're controlling it. You got it down.
That's what the White House thinks you can't do.
Oh, they think you can't just send people to their death. Well, I'm actually okay with that.
Except we did.
You did. You sent lots of people to their death. That's true. You did. Yep.
By the virus spread, 110 to 140,000 people were going to be hospitalized. We only had 18,000 people hospitalized.
And it was all because of your... Tell me what it was. It was how good you were? Tell me. Is that in your book? In your new book, you wrote how you did that? Tell me how.
Why?
Because you sent 7,000 people to their deaths, and the projections are only projections, and they were false based upon false data. I'm not making this up. Anyone watching, do your own homework. Their projections were wrong because they didn't know what the actual death rate of the virus was. That will be the reason. They didn't know what the actual death rate was. So their projections are not facts, they're projections, and they were wrong. And you're taking credit for them being wrong.
Because we controlled the
That's
spread.
the way you controlled it.
God didn't intervene and change the numbers.
God didn't intervene because you know who's bigger and badder and stronger than God? Yes, you are. My governor is. Yes, you just heard my governor said, God didn't do that. That chump. I did it. Come on. Come on. That's what you just heard my governor say. He who is greater than God. That's my governor. All hail the king. All hail the king. When people wonder why I call him His Majesty, if you don't see this and get it, you're not paying attention. All hail the king. God didn't do it. He couldn't. It's just God. But Cuomo? Hell yeah, he can. Go on, homeboy. Bigger than God. You know, I laughed when Biden called Trump Abraham Lincoln. By the way, I thought it was the funniest part of the entire debate was when Biden called Trump Abraham Lincoln. That was funny. I'm not a Biden fan, obviously, but I'm going to give the man credit where credit was due. That was funny, calling him Abraham Lincoln. That was funny. And Trump acting like he's Abraham Lincoln. Sorry, Trump, you got nothing on my governor. My governor doesn't think he's as good as Abraham Lincoln. He thinks he's better than God. I'm just saying, he's better than God. Keep going.
Controlled the spread. So ask yourself.
Ask myself. I'm going to ask. Go ahead.
How did New York reduce the infection rate if you can't control the virus?
Okay, let's ask ourselves that question. Thank you, teacher. I appreciate that. I don't feel like you're condescending to me at all. I feel completely equal to you. I appreciate that. How did New York reduce the infection rate if you can't control the virus? I'm going to go with sending 7,000 elderly New Yorkers to their death in nursing homes. That's the answer I'm going to go with. You tell me what your answer is. See if I'm right.
If they were right and you can't control the virus, then we would have had 110 to 140,000 people hospitalized.
Fact. Or that's one choice, is that if you weren't as awesome and better than God as you are, because you can control the virus because you have magic powers, because you are that awesome. It could be that. It's possible that you are that awesome. Or it could be their projections were wrong based upon early data that was incorrect, and you sent 7,000 people to their death. I'm still staying with mine. I'm just going to stay with mine.
But they're wrong.
Well, they're wrong.
You can control the virus because we did.
You did by sending 7,000. I'm not going to stop saying this, by the way, guys, ever. I'm not going to stop saying this because he's never taken any responsibility for this, ever. Never.
Control the virus. You can't eliminate it.
You can't. Okay.
But you can control it.
Okay. Got it.
And that's important today.
Oh, it is. I didn't know that was important today. Huh. Man, what would I do without you? What would I do without you? My governor, you are so amazing. That's important today. Brian, it's important today. You paying attention? It's important today. The governor said so. Listen to him instead of talking trash. It's important.
Because we have to control the virus through the vaccine period.
Oh.
And my friends,
tell me.
The vaccine period is not when they announce the vaccine.
It's not. When is it?
That's not the vaccine period.
Huh. I don't feel like you're condescending to me at all. I please tell me.
That at best.
Brandon, you ask a very important question. He speaks so slowly because he thinks we're all stupid and he's better than us. Yes, Rebecca figured that out right away. That's why he speaks so slowly. He literally thinks we're all stupid and New Yorkers still vote for him.
Is the beginning of the end.
Yeah.
They announce the vaccine. The president stands up. I have the vial that is the cure.
Yep. Then what happens?
Good. Now make 330 million doses and figure out how to administer it to the American people.
2 questions. Number 1, why does the government have to make 330 million doses, period? You're telling me that no company can do that? I know lots of companies that could do that, number 1. And then figure out how to administer it. Are you forcing vaccines? Is that what you're saying? Are you forcing vaccines?
You have to continue to control the virus spread.
Okay.
And you have to do that now.
Okay.
And that's why it's important.
Before it didn't matter. Now it matters. Okay, keep going.
That we have this threshold discussion on whether or not you can control it.
Okay, tell me.
You have to control it.
I think you've told me that 6 times. So I'm pretty sure that I get it. It did go in. I'm not as smart as you. I mean, you are clearly wiser than God. So I'm not as savvy as you are. But after the 6th time you telling me that, I did get it. I was struggling. Chuck didn't get it. So I'm glad you told Chuck. Chuck needed 4 times before he got it. So he got it. So it's fine. Shelly got it quick. She's smart. A 3rd time, Shelly picked it up. It took the 5th time, but now I got it. We have to control the spread. Thank you. I don't know what I would do without you.
Otherwise, too many people are going to die.
Got it. Oh, because the death part.
And you can control it.
What about the valve thing and the gauges? Go back to that. I love that one.
When you see it spreading.
Yeah, then what do we do?
When you see small spreads.
Yeah, then what do we do?
You have to stop them from becoming larger spreads.
So when you see small, you want to stop it from becoming big. This guy, I see why he's better than God. I get it. I mean, this is stuff that we would never figure out. I was sitting here thinking about the same thing. Me and Shelly was sitting down in the diner thinking, how are we going to do this? And now we know. Shelly, listen to him. When we see small, don't let it get big. Done and done. This guy's a genius.
That's what we call the microcluster strategy.
It's called the microcluster strategy.
So you see a little spread starting.
That's Binghamton, I think. Hey, Chris Zelensky, you messed around? Stop spreading corona. Chris, it's you in Binghamton. That's still over there. Freaking starting corona. Stop that.
In one part of the state, you run and you attack it and you put it out. And then there's another spread starting in another part of the state.
You run over there.
And you run and you attack that and you put.
What is that? Is that with the valve thing? How do you attack it? What do? You hit it with a stick? I'm not sure. But it's fine. You're going to be running around. I'd love to see you run around hitting stuff.
Put it out. And then there's another neighborhood with another spread.
Yeah,
and
then what happens?
That out.
You put that out.
And there's another neighborhood and another spread. And you are the.
You know, if you wouldn't have shown me those 7 different examples, I wouldn't have got it. Again, Andrew was struggling. Andrew was like, I don't know what he's saying. And after the 5th little fire thing, Andrew was like, oh, put the fire out. Then he got it. It took me like 6 before I got, thank you. Wow. I never feel like you're condescending to me at all. Never. I never feel that.
Firefighter
Yeah. Firefighter.
that sees these small spreads
Yeah.
starting,
Then what happens?
and then you run
Then
and
you
you
run.
attack those small
We
spreads.
got to be running. That's our thing.
With a microcluster strategy,
Then what happens?
you will have little peaks.
Little ones.
And
okay.
Then you put out that fire.
We got to run over there and put it out. I know. I got you. Then you run over and put it out. Chuck, you listening? I might need you to be running over there and putting stuff out. So pay attention.
And it comes down.
Okay. Then what happens?
And then there's another little fire. And then you put.
You just showed us the picture with the little fires. I got it.
Down that fire and it comes down.
Yeah.
And over time.
What happens over time?
You can have an incline, an increase in the number of cases with the microcluster strategy.
This strategy's genius.
But
tell me.
Without the microcluster strategy,
right,
you're going to see that number go straight up.
Yeah, but look what that word that says, without control. Therein lies the key. Who's running around and who's putting stuff out? So this sounds great. I love the sound of this. We're going to be running around, and you know what? Me and Chris Linsky be running around putting out fires. See, that sounds great. That's what he means. What he means is once something pops up, the government then puts in harsh restrictions in that neighborhood and shuts everything down physically. And if you don't do what they say, they will literally fine you or put you in prison. That's what that actually means. This running around like cool firefighters sounds great. I love it. Little pictures of fire popping up. We're going to run around. It's going to be great. Putting stuff out, micro clusters, projections, all that cool stuff. Sounds amazing. What does it actually mean? They're going to shut things down from Albany when they decide what is right to shut down, and they're going to punish you. And if you don't do exactly what they say, you're going to be fined out of existence or put into jail. That's what this actually means. Nothing else but that.
It is the same conversation we had back in March.
But then why isn't it fixed? I don't get it. What I remember happening in March is you sent 7,000 elderly New Yorkers to their death. That part I got down clear. I don't remember this micro cluster thing you're speaking about. What I remember is you designated certain New Yorkers as essential and non-essential, told everybody you can't work, go home. You made blanket rules across our state and trashed New York City and ruined it. That I remember. This micro cluster thing, I'm feeling like you made that up.
The projection models are mathematics.
Mathematics. What's wrong with you? God. Paul, did you hear what he said? It's mathematics. Just mathematics. God, so simple.
Right? And they go back to the R naught. Remember the R naught conversation?
I remember the R naught. That was garbage too. That made no sense also.
It's then math.
It's math. Now, is it Common Core math or regular math? What was the math that killed those 7,000 people that you sent to nursing homes? Was that like trigonometry? Was that common? What kind of math killed those elderly people that you sent to nursing homes? That's the math I want to know about, because that was not good math.
And if you don't do anything, and just let math take its course, that arrow goes straight up.
Straight up, everybody's dead. All dead. Straight up. Gone. Math will kill us all. I can't believe this guy's my governor. Math will kill us all. I can't believe that this guy's my governor.
What is the microcluster? You see a spread.
Yeah.
You run, you attack.
You run and attack. I remember this is the third time you've told us exactly the same thing. Now, I know that, some of us aren't that bright, but everyone's got that by now. Everyone. Even Brandon's got it. Even he's like, yeah, I got it. You can stop telling me the little run around fire thing. Got it.
You keep putting out these flames.
Put the flames
out.
It
is COVID whack-a-mole.
COVID whack-a-mole. COVID whack-a-mole. That's actually more accurate. Because if you don't do what they say, the cops are going to come by and hit you over the head with a stick. So the whack-a-mole is actually a bet. I like whack-a-mole better. That's closer. If you don't do what His Majesty says, then the cops will come by and hit you over the head with a stick. So whack-a-mole's better.
One pops up, bang.
Boom, take care of that restaurant.
One pops up, bang.
Take care of that pub.
Bang. One pops up, bang.
Take care of that retail store. Entrepreneur whack-a-mole. Yep.
You have to be quick. Government has to be competent. Government has.
See, there's the kind of flaw in your plan. Quick, yeah. Government has to be competent, yeah. See, there's a kind of problem with that part, right? The government being competent part. That's a problem.
It has to be effective, but it is a way of controlling the spread.
It's a way of controlling as you just crush businesses left and right. Devastate. Boom, that bar is finished. Boom, that diner's finished. Right? Boom, that retail store is finished. Boom, that drugstore is finished. Boom, right? Each one's finished. I agree.
And slowing the spread to get you through the vaccination period and save lives.
That's what it is.
How do you do it?
How do you
More
do it?
testing.
See? How do you do it? More testing. That's all it takes. What's wrong with you people? It's math. Why are you fighting me so much? It's just math. God, look, this guy said, literally his words, God didn't do it. He did. Come on. God couldn't figure out math. Only our governor could. You people drive me crazy. Just understand it's just math. Fact. Maths. If you yell math, it's fine. Perfect. Show me.
More targeting.
Look at him lean back with that smugness. I got this.
More focused attack.
At least he used the word attack. That was correct. See, sometimes, to his earlier point, sometimes people will tell you what they actually mean. That whack-a-mole thing and attack, that's where he goes, right? He's all about that. Let's just start smashing people and attacking and destroying businesses.
But it starts with more testing.
More testing.
Because you need the facts.
Is that what it is? I thought you could just yell fact and it will become a fact. So this is now, see, you might need to go back to one of those picture things you do because I'm starting to get confused again. I thought if you just yell fact like you do, who needs facts? It just becomes a fact by yelling. I thought that's how that worked, but I could be wrong. I'm confused. You are clearly superior intellect than I have, so I might just be confused. So let's keep going. Show me the facts.
But
okay.
When you have more testing,
yeah,
then your actions are localized and not statewide.
Wait a minute. So it's not good to be statewide, even though everything you did was statewide? Huh. So I don't know what you're when you had your people put this PowerPoint together, were they drunk? I don't know. Were they on some kind of form of medication? Maybe a little bit too much Valium or something? You just spent the entire last 20 minutes going how it should have been a statewide answer. And then we slowly use our valves and we put out the fires, run around hitting people over the head. But it's not statewide? Okay.
See, statewide actions are hard, right?
Oh, you don't seem to have a problem with them at all. You make statewide moratoriums. You make statewide executive orders. Like, that's a Thursday for you. I don't know. Whoa. Oh, right. Because you are stronger than God. You could do it. Others can't. Okay.
There is not a politician out there now who's willing to close down their state.
But you did. Because you were ahead of the curve. Yeah, you were. You were ahead of the curve. They don't want to cut. The reason why they don't want to shut their state down now is they're looking at you. They're looking at us with a $60 billion deficit at a point that we will never recover from. New York State is now clearly on the path to bankruptcy because you did that statewide action ain't supposed to do. And now no politician wants to do that. Well, because you showed them how bad that idea is. You've shown them how to make people run out of your state so fast. That running, putting out stuff, no, we're running out of the state. I just told people that I was going to go to Binghamton to go visit my friend. I was leaving the state. That was a lie. We're all gone. We're leaving New York State because of your non-statewide action.
They are afraid of the political backlash.
Oh, is that what it is? Well, why would there be political backlash, right? Why would there be political backlash? If this is so good and we got the testing and all this good stuff and the valves and the gauges and all this stuff you told me that, God couldn't do, but you could, but then why would there be backlash? Could it be because you're devastating every part of what it is to be human, to include family, friends, career, business, jobs, everything? Could it be that? Yeah. It's probably that. Yeah, probably that.
All right. So then take more localized action.
Huh.
You don't want
Who was running for governor in 2018 was talking about localized action? Who? Oh, right, me, the guy New Yorkers didn't vote for. Who had a plan in March of this year, documented on YouTube, that talked about that? That was, oh, right, me. Who could have implemented that? Who actually had the power and authority to implement exactly that plan as early as January this year? That would be you. And you didn't do it. You didn't figure it out for 10 months. Now all of a sudden you figured it out. Now the state's bankrupt. People are leaving so fast. You are literally begging them to come back. Now you figured it out. All right.
to take statewide actions. You don't want to take regional actions.
You don't.
Then take localized actions on the neighborhood level.
You're acting like it's someone else is in charge. Are you talking to some fantasy governor who runs things? If you don't want to take statewide, or don't take, we'll take neighborhood. You're the governor. Who are you talking to? Is there some other governor we don't know about who has authority in my state that I've missed? Is there some other governor that has taken executive power like you have? I think it's you. Are you talking to yourself?
You still get political blowback, right?
Who's you? Who is you? Who are you talking to?
Brooklyn, Queens, etc. But it's localized to a neighborhood level, and what you're really doing is you're stopping the spread before the spread gets too low.
That's what it is.
And if you have to do restrictions,
yeah, then what?
better you do restrictions on a neighborhood
Yeah.
than an entire borough or a city,
yeah,
or a state.
But what's so crazy is you didn't even mention county because you don't care about upstate. So you didn't even mention, that wasn't even part of your, as he went up that road, county wasn't even there because he doesn't care about counties. So, because counties don't vote for him, only cities vote for him. So he didn't care about counties at all. So if you live in a county in New York State, he doesn't care if you die. I'm not joking. He doesn't care if you die. He didn't even mention you. You're not even in his world. Meant nothing. Right? So he shouldn't have statewide. Yet that's all he's done is statewide.
The federal approach allows the virus to spread uncontrolled.
Okay,
right?
hold on. Now, am I the only one seeing this? Literally 30 seconds ago, he explained why statewide action is a bad idea, even though he doesn't, and that localized is the right answer, even though he never does it, and that we should be, about neighborhoods, even though he doesn't do it. And then he says the federal government, which wouldn't take federal action, is the wrong way of doing it, which would allow him to do things his way. Is it just me? Am I the only guy who can see his absolute bullshit? It's like the people who put this together were like 8 different people, and they just put them on top of each other, and he's just reading stuff. This isn't even coherent.
They don't believe
this
they
stuff.
can control it, so they don't try.
There's zero evidence of that, but fine. Okay. He probably will yell fact any minute. Fact makes it a fact.
Actually reducing testing, which is the key to getting the information you actually need.
That's what it is.
Why do you reduce testing?
Tell me why.
See no COVID, hear no COVID, speak no COVID.
Did you see he had to look at that? He didn't know how to do that. He had to look down and go, see no COVID, hear no COVID. It's a picture. You can't figure out you put little pictures there. Little X's over the eyes. No see. X over the ears. No hear. X over the mouth. No speak. Not crazy, man. Come on, homeboy.
Reduce the number of tests.
Yeah.
That will reduce the number of cases.
Oh.
And then the problem goes away.
Look at that. Problem solved. Oh, wait, you're being facetious. I can't tell because you talk in a way down to me no matter what. You're always talking down to me, whether you're being facetious or not. It's hard for me to tell. I'm not sure if you're insulting me or not. It's terrible. I can't tell.
Here's the analogy.
Tell me.
Police
don't
arrest anybody.
Don't arrest. Because he's a prosecutor and he loves the arresting thing. That's his thing. So they didn't arrest.
And then we can say The crime rate is very low.
So if we don't arrest people, we can say the crime rate is very low. That's what he just said. So I gotta ask you a question. Wouldn't we still be reporting crimes? If I got mugged or beat up or whatever, wouldn't I still report the crime? If someone got killed, wouldn't I see the body and go, hey, let me report the crime? Wouldn't the crime still happen? I'm not sure how that works. I'm not sure. Oh, listen, it's math. Sorry, it's math. I should be quiet. I'm sorry, it's math. It's exactly algebra. That's how that gets fixed. Okay, fine. Then I guess that's the answer. I just think it'd still be crime. Like we'd still report the crimes, even though no one's arrested. But again, in his mind, arresting is all that matters.
Because there were no arrests.
Look at him smiling. You say, look, because there were no arrests. I am so smart. Look how smart I am. You idiots. I figured this out.
We have no arrests, so we have zero crime rate.
I don't know how that's true in any way, shape, or form, but I guess in Cuomo world, that's how that works.
Don't take the tests. Then you won't have the positives. And then it will look and feel like there's nothing going on.
But assuming for a second, Mr. Self-proclaimed greater than God guy, just like if I didn't arrest anybody, they would still report crimes. So there'd still be a record of crimes anyway. If you didn't test, wouldn't people who have symptoms still either die at home or nursing home that you sent them to, or wouldn't they go to the hospital and then either be tested at the hospital or at least have symptoms that people would check them as COVID related? So if it was creating damage, wouldn't you still get the number? In fact, if you test less, doesn't the positivity rate go up? Because more people who are only showing up with symptoms and asymptomatic people aren't getting tested? Isn't everything you're saying complete bullshit and wrong? And didn't I just explain more simple than you did how everything you just said is garbage and not true? Yeah, I kind of did. Go ahead. Tell me some more bullshit.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not at all. I told you the truth. You're the one I think is trying to kid people, but it's fine.
How do you deny a virus?
How do you deny someone who robbed my store or beat me up? And I'm going to report that. How do you deny someone who's actually goes to the hospital because they have symptoms? How do you deny that because you didn't take a test? How about that one?
How do you deny
Tell me.
a shooting?
Yes. 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 How do you deny that? Wow. You literally just destroyed your own argument and are doing it with a smugness that I am literally shocked by how smug you are by doing this.
It's a crime that occurred.
Yes, which will be reported.
State of Florida, president's home state.
Home state, president. Got to say that because that makes it invalid, right? If you say it's Trump's home state, it's invalid by default.
We're doing 65,000
65
tests.
at the highest point. Yeah, they were.
Now they're doing half.
Which the only possible answer, without question, is because they're trying to do the hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil thing with the faces. What other ends could it be? It couldn't be that people don't want them or haven't decided or they need them. Nope. It's the hear no, see no, speak no thing. No doubt.
That number.
100%.
Half.
Yep.
Remember.
Tell me.
Testing ability is iterative and increases. When we started testing,
so it's iterative and increases.
We could do a day?
Love that.
500 tests a day.
500 a day. Okay.
Now we're up to about 120,000 tests a day.
So we're doing about 120,000 tests a day, but we're hardly losing anybody, right? Is that right? Is New York? Didn't we flatten the curve? So why does it matter? He has no answer for that.
Florida.
Tell me.
Going down. Georgia. Going down.
Yep.
Arizona.
Yep.
Going down in the number of tests. Why? So they can say we have fewer cases. Yeah,
that's the reason.
Fewer cases.
Look at them laughing.
You have fewer tests. It's more preemptive capitulation.
Because they're just surrendering. Because you know what the federal government wants? Dead people. That's literally what he's saying. Just want dead people.
Theory, we can't control the
do it.
virus.
Yeah.
We just can't.
Yes.
It's giving up.
Tell me again.
It's giving up.
Yeah. Thanks for your choice.
Before you fired a shot, by the way.
It's giving up before you
giving
fired a
up
shot.
Before.
I feel like giving up, and maybe I'm wrong here, and I'm going to go on a little bit of on a tangent here. My entire plan was not giving up. It was actually finding ways to survive in a contaminated environment, and so that we could actually be prepared for this one and the next one. Right? This one and the next one. That was the entire goal, to do that. That's not giving up. That's fighting and surviving and figuring out protocols for people to do well, and using the facts and the data that you talked about, realizing that there are certain people who are clearly at risk and protecting them immediately. Not sending them into nursing homes to die. That wasn't part of my plan, right? The whole nursing thing home where 7,000 people die, that wasn't part of my plan. That was not even any part of my plan. Massive death was not part of my plan at all. That was your plan to flatten the curve. And to your credit, did work. I'm not prepared to sacrifice 7,000 New Yorkers to make that happen. That's just me. I'm the crazy one. I get it. But we could have done that. We could have done that. Giving up is what you did. Shut it all down, go home and go on Netflix. That's giving up. That's what you did.
Before you knew whether or not you could make a difference. Well, we have to get to a vaccine.
Okay, that's the only answer. There's no other answer but vaccine. That's it. Nothing else. Vaccine or we're all dead.
Too many people are going to die.
Tell me.
By the time you operationalize the vaccine.
Too many people are going to die. Okay.
This could be 1 year.
Could be. Yep.
Easily.
So let's surrender? But wait, you said don't surrender. I don't know what you're saying anymore.
Here. You're talking about vaccinating 330 million people.
Okay, assuming they all want it. Or are you talking forced vaccinations? I'd like to know.
You're talking about vaccinating double the number of COVID tests that you have done nationwide in 7 months.
Oh, my God.
It is a massive undertaking.
Massive undertaking.
And the federal government is approaching it the same way they did testing and PPE and hospital surge.
So why do we let the federal government stay in charge of it then, Weisenheimer? Why don't you take over? You literally said you're better than God. Well, don't let those incompetent federal people who want us all to die. You do something. Fix it. Why is it always someone else's fault, someone else's responsibility? You fix it then.
The president says, I have a general. The generals are going to do it. I'm going to give it to the generals. What does that mean?
It means the generals will give out the vaccines through the military. I don't know why you don't get that, Mr. I'm Smarter Than God. That's what that means. He's meaning a general. Why would a general need to know how to get 330 million doses out? How would a general know that? Could it be because we have a military force of over 2 million people and somehow the military figures out how to feed them, clothe them, give them vaccines, give them medical, give them dental, give them boots. Somehow the government has massive logistics, the military, massive logistics to get that out to people. Look at that look in his face. Military people knowing how to move stuff around. When have they ever done that except forever throughout the history of time? Forever. Except for that, when has the military moved stuff around?
You know what they're saying?
Tell me.
The general is going to deliver it to New York.
Yeah, they mean the general himself on a bicycle. Yeah, the general's coming on a bicycle. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? The general's going to come by and drop it off by your house. I can't believe this guy.
New York State and California and Florida.
Yeah.
And say, here you go, Governor. Here's 1 million doses.
Here's 1 million doses.
And then what do the states do?
I don't know. Put them out so that people who want the vaccine get them? I know you are so lost that it's impossible. First off, why is the federal government handling it? Why are you handling it? You are clearly incompetent. I don't know why the hell we want you to handle it. But even if you're going to handle it, awesome. I don't know how we're going to handle it. I don't know. Give it to the local communities and those people who want vaccines could get them. You could give them to medical facilities. You could give them to Rite Aids or CVS's. There's lots of ways you could do it. And then people who want the vaccine could just go get it. Or are you saying, how are we going to physically force people to take it? See, I'd like to know that, the answer to that question also. But if you just want to provide it for people, not hard at all. Not even close to rocket science. CVS, Walgreens gets a bunch, and if you want the vaccine, go take it. Good on you. You could do that. I know. Sounds nuts.
Remember, this is a federal government that has taken no responsibility from day one.
But you have. I'm still waiting for you to take any responsibility for the actions, except for successes. You have taken responsibility for stuff that you had nothing to do with. That you've done very well. I'm saying stuff you've done. Your failures. What's your responsibility? Yeah, I'm going to keep waiting for that one.
You have another 160,000 people who are going to die by February.
That a fact? Should I yell fact at the end of that one? If they're going to die, then we're done. But I thought you had the valves and the gauges and all this stuff you were talking about.
160,000 people died.
But didn't you stop that? The last projections were wrong. We went through this already, guys. Didn't we go through this already? Now, this is the new one. This one you buy? All right, fine.
February.
Tell me.
If you don't control the spread of the virus.
Okay, so control it. Well, I don't understand. Does anyone know what he's saying? He's acting like he's not in charge, like he can't control anything, like he has no power. If you don't control. I think he's the governor. Am I missing that? I think he's the governor, so he could kind of do it if he wanted to.
Another 160,000. If you assume you can't control. Also,
tell me.
Why did America give up?
We discussed this already. You gave up, right? Because remember, January, you knew it was coming to nothing. And you got ambushed when you saw it coming for 3 months. Then you put 7,000 people to death, right? Remember that? That's the whole point. Then you shut the entire economy down and then screwed up, changing everything over. Then took responsibility for stuff you had nothing to do with because the projections were wrong. Then made sure that the boat came, the ship came, the U.S. government came. You didn't use it because you were totally wrong about everything you thought about. That's kind of when we gave up. And then when now business upon business collapsed and closed, New York City is shut down. Yeah, that was when. But did we cover this? I think we did.
Why did America give up and say they can't control?
Who said that? Only you said that.
Other countries.
I don't remember anybody saying that except you. And I've been paying attention. I don't remember anyone going, we can't control it. We're all going to die. I don't remember anybody saying that except you right today, right? With the exception of you, no one's saying that. You're literally making that up.
They can control the virus.
Germany can.
How did America?
How did America?
The greatest country on the planet.
See, I got a problem with that. See, he said greatest country on the planet. You remember that? He just said that. You remember him saying that? You know, let me show you something. Let me just show you something. This is my governor 2 years ago. It's my governor 2 years ago, if you don't mind. Listen up.
We're not going to make America great again. It was never that great.
Yeah. Do you remember that? I thought the greatest country in the world. Yeah. No, you don't actually believe that. I wasn't let you slide on that one. You said that 2 years ago. That's you saying it. America's not so great. Never was that great. That was you. I'm not sure I want to let you slide on that one. And I'm not gonna, because I shouldn't. You actually did say that. Now it's great. Now it's all about love. But back then it was to hell with it.
How did America give up
and
lose this war?
We haven't lost the war. What are we all? I thought you protected us.
1 million residents last 7 days. Japan 4.
Like you didn't know that. He's like, Japan 4. Like he's never seen this before. This is his first time seeing this. I can't believe Japan is 4. I didn't tell people to put that there at all. I just figured that out. It's just random stuff popping up. Yeah, right. It's embarrassing how bad his acting is.
Canada 68. Mexico
44. Mexico.
You know Mexico.
I don't know Mexico. Tell me.
What the president says about Mexico.
Oh, the president. See?
They're doing a better job.
They're doing
than the United States of America, 208. Because they didn't give up.
Is that why? So the entire world The entire world is fighting and putting out the fires or whatever, running around putting fires out. The whole world is, but America gave up. When did America give up? We gave up. I don't remember us giving up. I don't remember that ever happening. This is something he just made up. Is this something he's going to say to, I guess, get people not vote for Trump? Is that what he's trying to do? Dude, New York is going to go to Biden. You can stop. You can stop already. The state's going to go to Biden already. This is not required. You can stop this stuff. God, they all gave up. Yeah, you're right, Alfred. It's math.
They didn't give up. They didn't start with this premise that you can't control the virus.
No one started with that.
The federal government was just wrong.
Federal government was just wrong. Now, I want you to see what he just said. The federal government's just wrong. They didn't care. They want everybody to die. That's what he said. Then, immediately, it's not about good guys versus bad guys. It's not that. Even though I just spent the last 30 minutes telling you that it's exactly about good guys and bad guys, it's not that.
This is a highly charged political atmosphere.
Oh, is it? Oh, this is a highly charged political atmosphere. Shelley, you didn't know that, so I'm glad he told you that because you were probably confused about whether or not this was a highly charged political atmosphere. Well, now you know it is. All right, Andrew, stop asking this question. You ask me like every day, is it a highly charged political atmosphere? His Majesty has deemed it so. It is now that.
And it's a polarized society.
Polarized, yes. And you're helping. That's the best part about you. You are a uniter. You are a uniter. Someone who literally said, again, his words, there's no place for conservatives in New York State. That's the uniter that he is. Polarized. Who'll be polarizing? Someone like him saying that kind of stuff. I don't know what you're talking about. Come on.
And people are almost
tell me
falling into this modality.
What modality?
Polarization.
Oh, they're falling into it. You are so thoughtful in the way that came across. People are falling into this modality of polarization. Oh, the scholar that you are.
I'm on this team. Yeah, I'm against that team.
And you're not that way at all. You are no way about that at all. You have never just basically yelled and screamed about how Trump is evil and Republicans are bad. You've never done that ever. You've always been a team player. Yes, you have.
You feel it. People are polarized. You're dealing with a virus.
Oh, is this about a virus? Man, this guy's amazing. This guy's amazing. It's polarized, and we're dealing with a virus. What would I do if I didn't have you to tell me these things? Oh, my God.
Keep the politics over here.
Over there, because this is not about politics. All right, Rebecca? This is not about politics. Keep your politics over there. God. Keep the politics over there. Rebecca, you and your politics. Keep it over there. This is polarized. Don't be polarizing. There's a virus here. God. It's math.
You're dealing with a virus and you're dealing with life or death.
So virus, life or death. Wow. I would. Whoo. Okay. Melissa, you were wondering if it's life or death. It is. I know you email me like every day. Is it life or death? He said it is life or death. Okay. Question now answered. So glad we watched this video. Man, so glad.
It's not a question of who's a good guy and who's a bad guy.
It's not. Okay. What is it?
Well, pick sides. Black and white. You have to pick a side.
Okay.
It's not a...
But what if I pick the conservative side? Oh, I got to leave New York. Okay. I got to leave New York. So it kind of is about picking a side. What if I decided that I want to pick a side that said I would like local communities to actually control what they're doing and not have the federal government or state government decide what's right? Yeah, I gotta pick that side. It kind of is.
Question of who's good, who's bad. It's not a question of Republican versus Democrat.
But then how come there's no Republicans in your administration? How come Republicans don't run anything in this state if it's not about that?
It's not a question of red versus blue.
But how come then you didn't say county one time? You only said neighborhood, borough, city, and state. Because all you know is downstate. It kind of is red versus blue, isn't it?
If you wear a mask, then you're a Democrat. If you don't wear a mask, then you're a Republican. It's none of that.
None of that,
It
guys.
has nothing to do with federal.
Barbara, stop saying that. It's not about that, Barbara. God, you're saying that. He just said it's not.
Federal versus state, or me versus the president.
It's never about you versus the president. Never. Oh, never about that.
There's none of that.
None of that.
It's what's the right approach on the facts versus the wrong approach, because we're talking about 160,000 lives. And
Tell me
we
what.
have
Tell me.
evidence and we have facts.
I wanna hear
and
this.
We know that people will do it.
So people will do it. So if I understand what you're saying now, people will do it. That's kind of my entire plan. If you give people the information, don't politicize it. You are literally saying my plan. Don't politicize it. Give people the information. Show them what we think is right. Give them other options in the opinions of people who think what they know is right. Then they would just do it on their own, and we'd find protocols to survive in this environment. I love that plan.
You know, I kept thinking, why
What'd you think?
would they assume you can't control the virus?
Why would they assume you can't control the virus? You were thinking that for 10 months. This was really on your brain. Like you were like losing sleep, having problems. Maybe that's why you broke up with your girlfriend. You probably just so preoccupied with this question, got mad. Probably what happened, right? A couple more arguments. That's why she left you. You weren't talking about her anymore. You were only talking about this damn question about why. See, you let your business ruin your relationship, man. Don't do that. I'm a coach. Don't do that.
There's only one answer.
Tell me.
Because we don't think people
Yeah.
will do what they need to do.
So we don't think people will do what they need to do. But you said okay, so you're saying that's the evil president or federal government, because you don't want to say Trump, because it's not about you versus Trump. So federal government, good euphemism. So the federal government thinks that we won't do it, which is why they didn't do a mandate. Okay, keep going.
To control the virus.
Okay, keep going.
You underestimate the American people.
Who's you? Who are you talking to? Who is out here? You're the governor. Is there some other governor who runs New York State? Is there someone else who made these decisions? He's even speaking like he's not responsible. He's like, I'm above all you peasants. Let me tell you what's right. You'll just do stuff. Who's he talking to?
We know
What do we
that
know?
people will join the effort.
They'll join it.
We know they will follow.
They'll follow.
We know that they will do the right thing.
Yes. Oh my God. Is he becoming libertarian? Is Cuomo becoming libertarian? He's saying we know they will. You're underestimating American people. If you give them the information, they'll do it. Oh my God. Has all of my complaining worked? Has he finally become libertarian?
Because we're doing it here.
We are?
In New York.
Wait a
New
minute.
Yorkers are the example. First state to mandate masks in the United States.
Bingo! And no one sees the absolute total hypocrisy of what he just did. He just spent 3 minutes telling us how people would do it if we just give me information. You underestimate them. People are amazing. People are great. I'm libertarian. We were the first ones to pass a law and mandate it. Why did you require a mandate if people would do it? Why would you require a mandate if people would do it? Who is the one here who doesn't trust people? Yeah, I think it's you. Look in the mirror. And it wasn't we were the first ones. New Yorkers are doing it. No, you did it. It was a mandate from you. It wasn't a law. It wasn't local people. It was you. You were using we as in the royal we because you do think you're a king. So, of course, you use the royal we. We are happy to see you. Yes, you do. You use that because you actually believe that you are a king.
Because we're doing it here.
Listen to
in
this.
New York. New Yorkers are the example.
With example?
First state to mandate masks in the United States of America.
First state to mandate masks. We are doing it. Yes, we put ourselves right in a cage. We jumped right into prison and locked the door behind us. See that? Because we trust people. Because people do the right thing. Therefore, we have to have laws that force them. Because you know what good ideas require? Good ideas really require force. Absolutely. If it's a good idea and everyone would do it, the only answer can be force. Clearly, that's how that works.
The country still hasn't done it.
The country still has done it. But wait a minute. Wait a minute. Didn't you just say we don't want statewide action, but we want national action? We want the federal government to mandate everything? But I thought we trusted people. Yeah, we don't, do we? That's just more crap you say. You just say stuff that makes no sense, and people who like you go, yeah, see, he loves us. Daddy loves us as he keeps punishing us. I know we're sitting in the basement, but it's because Daddy loves us. I know he handcuffed us to the radiator, but it's because he loves us.
98, 99% mask.
Oh my God, 98, 99% mask. Look at that.
Compliance.
Yeah.
Why? Because I run around giving people tickets?
Yes! Yes! You and your goons do exactly that. That's what you do. You and your goons go around giving people tickets. Yes! That's exactly what you do. Look how smug it is. Why? Because I give people tickets? Yes, millions upon millions of dollars worth of tickets every year. Yeah, tens of millions of dollars worth of tickets every year. And it's so bad, these guys don't know it. It's so bad that this money all goes to the state when the state thugs come by to take your money, to rob you, that now the counties are like, wow, you're coming by and robbing our people, taking all their money. You can't rob our people. We rob our people. And then the county made up its own rules so it can come by and rob you. And the counties made different rules in the state. This way you can't be in compliance. You can't be in compliance because the rules are different. So the question isn't whether or not you get robbed. The question is, who do you want to rob you? So I'd rather have my local people rob me, so I'll follow the state guidelines, so only local people rob me. I'd rather the state rob me, so I'll follow the county guidelines, so the state robs me instead. That's our current world. And anyone who's in business knows what he just said is a bold-faced lie. Look how he steps back like, how? Yes, because he is lying directly to everyone. That is exact. Why would you even say that? That's like, hey, how you doing, Larry? What? I didn't kill anybody. I just said, hi, Larry. That's what he just did. People are doing it. Is it because I'm ticketing him? It's not because of that, is it? I'm not ticketing anybody. Because, yeah. Yes, you are. And the worst part is, you're actually right. I hate to say it, but he's actually right. People would do it without tickets. They would. People would do it without mandates. They would. You don't have to ticket them. You don't have to punish them. But he doesn't know any better. Note what he talked about during this entire thing. Mandates, laws, rules, arresting, crimes. That's where his head is. His head is always about punishment. This is my governor, guys. I know some of you have bad governors, but I got you beat. Mine's the worst.
For masks? No.
No.
I can't enforce a mask order.
I can't enforce a mask order. If that's true, why the hell did you do it? If that's true, why'd you do it? If that's true, why are literally hundreds of facilities across New York State losing their liquor licenses because people aren't masking appropriately according to his statewide rules, which are bad, statewide rules, which he says are bad. You don't do that, you lose your liquor license and you go under. And if any of you think I'm making that up, ask your local beer distributor, ask your local pub or bar if you have one left. Ask your local diner, and they will tell you exactly what I'm saying. Literally, his thugs are going through with sting operations, ticketing and removing liquor licenses because you don't mask effectively. Yeah, somehow you figured out to go to exactly lie, exactly the opposite of what you're saying. And the sad part is most New Yorkers aren't involved in business at all. They just live their lives. They don't know how you're lying. And when I say things like this, most New Yorkers go, that can't be true. Yeah, ask anyone in business. Everything I'm saying is true, and everything he just said is an absolute total lie. And I'm saying this publicly. Why am I saying it? It's recorded because it's true. It is an absolute lie what he just said. 100% bold-faced lie.
Then why are 98, 99% of the people doing it? Because they're smart.
Then why you require a mandate? Then why are you taking liquor licenses? Why are you shutting down businesses? Why are you closing? They're so smart and so great. Why are you doing it then?
And they heard the facts,
Yeah.
and they care about one another.
Because love wins. Then I have an idea. If that's all true, Engermende.
And they care about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
That's why 98, 99%.
That's the reason. Okay.
Don't underestimate the American people. Don't underestimate their...
Who were you talking to? Who was he talking to? Don't ask. Who were you talking to? It's like he's just preaching to himself. He just likes to hear himself talk. Let me tell you how smart I am. I'm super smart. I'm smarter than God, which he said. It wasn't God who did it. I did it. Yeah, that's him.
Goodness, their intelligence, their smarts. Get this political garbage out of the way.
Get the politics out of the way, Rebecca. I've been saying that forever, but you keep doing it. God, what's wrong with you people? It's all about facts. That's what it's all about. Let me move forward a little bit if I can. This is just some boring stuff. I'm just going to tell more garbage. I'm going to vomit. I don't want to vomit in front of you all, so I'm going to move on a little bit further if I can.
Mr. Federal Government, why isn't New York #1 if you can't control the virus?
Because no one else sent 7,000 elderly New Yorkers to their deaths. You know what? If someone else had done that, they might be down at the bottom too.
Oh, because New York did control the virus.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you said New York can't. You can't.
No one said that. You made that up. You are having a conversation with your imaginary friend. You are having a fictitious conversation with your imaginary friend. That's what you're doing. Nobody said that. No one's in front of you. I don't know who you're talking to. You're literally going crazy here. Melissa, help this guy out. Call him up. He needs a little bit of counseling here.
Can't control the virus. Come on, people. Facts. Right?
Facts. Done. That's how you end every sentence. Facts. You people. It's facts. Tell him, Brandon. More facts. That's all that matters. Just yell facts. We're good.
The easiest way to control with the maximum benefit is to wear the mask.
Oh, to wear the mask. So that's the easiest way. So that would tell me that you would actually want to wear a mask is what that would tell me. I seem to remember just last month when you were outside walking your dog in Albany. Oh, there's no mask. No mask on him. No mask. He's being held. But the woman across from him got a mask on, but he doesn't. But the easiest way is just wear a mask, isn't it? As long as you're not being a hypocrite, right? As long as you're not being a hypocrite. There is my governor. There he is, telling you this is last month. Last month. Not 6 months ago, not last year. This was last month. Outside, walking his dog, probably his only friend, walking his dog, poor dog. And what? No mask. No mask. That is absolutely my governor. You get that? Yeah. My governor's worse than yours. That's it. Unless you live in New York State with me, my governor's worse than yours.
This is going to be really one of the great
Tell me.
Governmental
Tell me.
Derelictions of duty and responsibility.
You mean like when you go out, walk your dog without a mask? Is that kind of what you mean? Would be a horrible, hypocritical thing to do like that? Yeah, I'm with you.
Even if you believe you can't control the virus, blah, 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 blah. Why not?
Why not when you're walking your dog?
People to wear masks.
What? Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Your own CDC says it.
So why don't you do it?
Dr. Fauci says it.
So why don't you do it?
Burke says it.
Why don't you do it?
The White House Coronavirus Task Force says it.
Why don't you do it?
Scientist says it.
Why don't you do it?
Every person with a brain in their head says it.
Bingo! Because you don't have a brain in your head. Got it. Thank you. That actually answers my question. Okay. You know what? If your rule is you don't have to wear it if you don't have a brain in your head, you don't have to wear the mask. I'm okay. You can go maskless. No worries. I'm gonna go with your rules. No brain in the head, no need for a mask. You are covered. You get an exception. Medical condition, no brain in the head.
98% of New Yorkers say it. Why not?
That's what I'm saying.
130,000 lives just by saying wear a mask?
I thought he said 160. That doesn't matter. Whatever.
Why not?
Why not?
As I said before, New York was the first in the nation to call for a mask mandate.
Yes, New York was the first in the nation to have a mask mandate because he cares and trusts New Yorkers to do the right thing. So, of course, you got to use force. The first state to go around shutting businesses down, taking away liquor licenses because he cares about New Yorkers. First one. See? Because statewide, as he said during this is only about a 25, 30-minute conversation. I know I've made it an hour and a half by ranting and raving, but it's only about half an hour. And in this half an hour, he literally said, statewide action is a terrible idea. And then is now talking about how awesome statewide action is.
Out of it. Wish I did it even sooner.
Wish I had done it sooner. Wish I had done it sooner. Yeah. Hold on. There is a piece that I want to bring up real fast. I'm sorry. I got to go back a little bit. It's a piece here. I gotta bring back here. I'm sorry.
You see that the compliance, the enforcement 1059, ICU 237, intubation 180.
Hold on. I gotta bring this up real fast. I apologize.
This political
There's something I gotta talk
garbage
about here.
out of the way and lead.
I know it's a little. I went back, but it's probably just remembered.
On the numbers, positivity in the red zones 3.2.
Yep.
Statewide without the red zones 1.1.
He's just reading us now.
1.4.
Watch this.
82,000 tests, which is a relatively low number of tests. It was a Sunday. 12 people passed away. They were in our thoughts and prayers.
Did you hear that horse shit? I want to vomit. 12 people dead. They were in our thoughts and prayers as he begins to drink. Yeah, thoughts and prayers. Do you even know who they are? Why do you say that then? You don't know who they are. Not that you need to know who they are. Maybe you don't need to know who they are. But then why do the thoughts and prayers garbage when you don't mean it? Now, if you mean it, I actually think thoughts and prayers is wonderful if you actually mean it. He doesn't. He's ready to thoughts and prayers, whatever. That's literally what he's doing. If your loved one is one of those 12, how in the hell can you vote for this man? You know he doesn't care at all.
Hospitalizations 1,059.
Whatever. Take a drink.
37, intubation 118.
There we go. Whatever. Intubation 118. 118 people who literally on a respirator are probably going to be dead by tomorrow. And he's like, whatever, whatever. That's our governor. Who cares? Thoughts and prayers. Loves us. But I got to go back to the real deal piece, which is coming up right now.
Mask mandate. Proud of it. Wish I did it even sooner.
Mm-hmm.
Mariah has been working on publicizing masks, the approach.
Mariah, that's his daughter, by the way, who's working for him now.
And there's an effort today that is exciting.
It's exciting.
The Real is working with top designers.
New York State, and this is my other problem. He just literally totally dismissed, totally disrespected. I mean, blatantly disrespected military generals. Literally just diss them. What does a military general know about moving stuff around the world? I don't know. What can military people know about logistics? I have no idea. Just did that. But then he says New York State is partnering. New York State, listen to what it says. New York State is partnering with the Real, which is a company, which is a fine company, whatever, it's fine, whatever company, partnering up to do fashion designers and lost mask up. Why? Is that a problem? Do we not have enough masks now? Could the Real not make them on their own? Could companies not design on their own? But New York State's partnering. Why? Literally, so New York State can grant another monopoly to another crony. The Real was run by a multi-millionaire. I forgot her name. I'm sure she'll say it up here because he's going to give her a shout out because I'm sure she's a donor. He is now, his cronyism is now literally open. He said, yeah, I'm doing cronyism and you can't do shit about it.
The top designers are going to design masks. Real is going to make them available.
Because without Real, we couldn't buy masks? Is that the issue? But no. Now, New York State is going to sell masks. just like New York State sold hand sanitizer. And what did that do? It literally hurt the economy. Because now New York State did the hand sanitizer, used prison labor for it because, love and he cares about people, whatever. Then gave it away so that now local stores, which would have been selling hand sanitizer, can't because you'll get it for free. So you just hurt our economy using prison labor and taxpayer dollars. Well done. So now his newest thing, because of course, what could go wrong with this one, is to create more cronyism. Now I'm at the real, and I'm not against the real. I'm not at all against them. I'm sure they're a fine company. I don't care if the woman happens to be a multimillionaire. I don't care, but good for her. I'm glad she made a bunch of money. Good for her. My point is, why is New York State partnering with them and basically giving them a monopoly? This is now state-run. Why? Not required. If the real cares by themselves, just sell masks. How about you just wear a mask when you walk your dog, homeboy? How about that?
Through their website, and the profits from the mask sales will go to charities.
The profits will go to charities. But what's part, by the way, of expenses? For those who don't know much about business, profit, of course, is the money remaining after expenses. You know what's part of expenses? Salaries. Yeah, salaries of someone who's a multimillionaire is part of those expenses. Not like she's not getting any money. And again, not that she shouldn't get money. Of course she should. She runs a business. Good for her. Why is New York State giving her a monopoly? Just go sell masks like everybody else. Put them in a store and let a local store buy them. Why does it have to go here? And why then? It gets worse. It gets worse.
So this is a win-win.
It's a win-win.
Across the board. The campaign goes for 5 weeks.
Yep.
They'll unveil a new designer.
He just told us 5 minutes ago. People get it. He just said 99%. That's his words. Are already mask compliant. Why is there a requirement for this? Why is there? He just said. Am I the only one who sees this? To encourage everyone to wear masks. He just said, we don't need this because people do it anyway. And we have a mandate. And I'll put you in jail and I'll take away your business license and I'll destroy your liquor license. I'll destroy everything around you. 99% of people are doing this already. So what do we need? A campaign to encourage people to wear masks. No, this is cronyism. He is using this. He is using this crisis to bolster the support of his cronies. Now it's just obvious.
So this is a win-win
for your campaign.
The campaign goes for 5 weeks.
Yep.
They'll unveil a new designer mask
because that's what we need. Without that, we wouldn't
buy it on the Real. And the top designers are donating their designs
because he knows top designers,
and
he does.
God bless them.
God bless them. God bless them for getting promoted God bless them by getting promoted by the New York State governor because they're doing it for free. They're getting promoted. Their names are on this thing. He's going to be talking about them and promoting them for the next 5 weeks and longer.
They want to help, and everybody can use their talent to help the way they can best, and realreal.com will sell them.
And then they're deciding which nonprofits get the money. They're not just saying anyone, they're deciding which nonprofits get the money. Do you think that any of his friends and family work for any of those? Yeah, I'm going to bet yes. That one I don't know for sure. The other stuff I said I know. This one I don't know for sure. But you know what? I'm going to guess everyone who runs those things is a donor in some way, shape, or form because that's what he does always. Now it's just more obvious because who's going to stop him? Nobody. Literally, he's made cronyism public.
Profits will go to COVID relief organizations.
Look at that.
Public school. She's a very cool designer.
You have no idea if that's true. You made that up.
Released their New York Tough mask.
New York Tough mask. We are so tough. We are so tough. We need laws to do the right thing. That's how tough we are. I can't watch anymore. I just wanted to show you guys that. It went far longer than I thought, guys. It wasn't my goal to go this long on that. I had other clips I wanted to show. But You know how I get when I deal with Cuomo. You know how I get, and I just don't want to stop. He is such a bad person. He is such a bad governor, and he literally has absolutely no plan to actually fix anything. He's just going to blame everybody else. He's talking about something else to someone else. His imaginary friends he's chatting with. This is absolutely terrible. I cannot tell you how bad this is. It is just horribly bad. So I've yapped away. Guys, before I want to see some comments. You guys give me a ton of comments. I know. Before I do that, I will be remiss if I don't do this first, though. Guys, like, comment, share. If you think that this was valuable, if you liked it, it was fun, like, comment, share. Let people know that. Please do that. It's important so that people know and watch this. It does matter, particularly New Yorkers. If you can support me, please do so. $100 if you got it, $10, $25, whatever you can do, please go ahead. And as always, my sponsors, if you like CBD products, and not everyone does, but if you do, head over to grownselection.com, put in the Sharpe Way, right? Sharpe Way 2020. And guess what? 20% off your orders. Sharpe Way, 20% off. If you like CBD products, please go here. Libertarian-owned business. That's why I support them. So if you care about CBD products, you like it, please head on over there. Again, grownselection.com. And for those of you who want people to become more libertarian, if you want people to be more libertarian, there's a simple way of doing it. Send them over to theadvocates.org. Theadvocates.org. Head on over there. Check it out. Have them take the test. Test right there. Where do you stand? Are you libertarian? How libertarian are you? Have your friends and families do it. Send it to them. And more importantly, when you take this test, please do me a favor. It matters. When you take the test, put it out there online. Let people know. Put it in social media. I took the test. Here's what I got. Let people do it. It does matter. This is how we grow our world. This is how we grow the libertarian movement. Let me grab a couple comments if I could. There are so many of them. I'm going to try to grab it. So it's great watching you again. Thank you, Doug. I was trying my best to show you how I felt. I love this. I could chat with you for hours about this clown. I know. It's so bad. He's almost like literally a cartoon clown. It's crazy. Absolutely. Yes. I need to run in 2022. I hope so, Brandon, right? If I get enough support, I will make that happen. I absolutely will make that happen. 100%. I do want that. Best roast ever. I've done a lot, Shelly. I roast him whenever I have a chance. I just thought that was really the answer. I want people to see this. If we actually ever get in a debate, oh my God. If I was him, I wouldn't show up. If I was him, I wouldn't show up. 100%. Yes, it was fun, Liz. I appreciate that. Yes. We're so tough. We locked ourselves in our houses and waited for government handouts. Rob, amazing. Yes. We're so New York tough that we locked ourselves in our homes and waited for a government handout. Super tough we are. But the point is, your part of him is right, is that we would have done it if he just wouldn't have forced us. Thank you for trying to save us. I want us to save ourselves. I do. I think we can do it, Alfred. We can. Absolutely can do it. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, Alfred, stupid. I would agree. The effing part also, but yes. Charities called PACs. Nice, Shelly. Absolutely. They're going to give him a bunch of stuff. Of course he is. Yes. I've gotten masks from a bunch of individual companies. There's no shortage. Absolutely. This is not required at all, Rebecca. It's not required at all. This is all about him just helping out cronies. That's it. Nothing but that. Yes. All we can do is try to vote him out. Too bad he already rigged that election if he doesn't get the AG job. Yes, he might get that AG job. This might be why he's doing this, because he wants to be the AG. It could be. I mean, it could be. Yes. Who's paying for the real? We are. These masks aren't free. We have to buy them. That was my entire point. The people who work for the real are still getting paid, right? That's part of expenses. Only the profits. And of course, if it's me, I'll just make the profit 2% or whatever the profit. That's my profit on this, 2%. The rest is all expenses. So I give 2% to the cronies that he wants me to give cronies to, put the rest in my pocket, and now I get a government-sponsored monopoly for 5 weeks. Thank you, Cuomo. What an amazing government-sponsored monopoly I get for 5 weeks, which will probably, go longer. And required because there's a shortage of masks? No. Because New Yorkers aren't wearing them? No. He said 99% are wearing it. Yeah, Nothing. Nothing at all. No need for it. No shortage. None of this stuff. Yes. But kings don't need masks. That's true. Absolutely. Yes. How could people vote for Cuomo and AOC? You know, AOC I get. I do. And again, AOC is my congressperson. I'm not a fan. I didn't vote for her. I'm not voting for her. I'm just saying I understand AOC. She was new. We didn't know who she was. She was exciting and interesting. I get it. There's a shine on AOC that I understand. Where's the shine on this guy? We've watched him destroy our state for 10 years. There's no shine on him anymore. AOC, I get. Brand new, exciting. Okay. Swept up into stuff. Okay. Him? Nothing but bad. Nothing but bad. Saying he has no brain is hurting people who actually don't have a brain. He's insulting them. I do. That's true. Absolutely. 100%. Yes. Okay, it's time to smoke one. Can't do this any longer. He's whacked. Yeah, I know. Yes. It's insane how that works. It's insane. You can't control the virus. Christy, he can. He's better than God. He said that. Remember, if you guys want to watch this again, it's on YouTube if you want to go ahead and watch it. I mean, it's Governor Cuomo updates New Yorkers on state progress during COVID-19 pandemic. It's on YouTube if you want to watch it. If you want to maybe smoke up a little bit, throw up, whatever's your thing, you can. He said God didn't do it. He did. So, yeah, he kind of can. He is that powerful, Christine. And when he's talking to his imaginary friends, he's extra popular, extra powerful, extra awesome. Yeah, he is. So, yes. All right. Let's see if I can keep doing this. Let's play drinking game. 2 shots for every time he says facts. We'd all be completely hammered by now. All of us. We'd all be hammered. Absolutely. His brother is the same way, and he's affected by the dang virus. Yeah, his brother's also. I mean, the family is very much a bunch of people who are really entitled. Really entitled. Absolutely. A rule for the exception. Yes, not for me, right? Is that what's it? Rules meant for thee, not for me. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Can't Larry mute this asshat and just give his reaction to what he says? His voice will want to slap the shit out of him. You're not the only one. But the problem is, the fun part is watching what he says and the actual, the way he says it. He's really, even his imaginary friend doesn't like him. I think it's true because the guy doesn't talk back. So I think you're right. Even his imaginary friend doesn't do that. Yes, absolutely. He's not talking to us rodents. 100%. Yes. We are completely just nobodies to him. Absolutely. He's nobody to him. All right. Let's see if I grab a couple more. Because we force them. Yes, Rebecca, it is. But see, you and your politics. Move to the side, like you said. Politics to the side. That's what he said. Absolutely. Yes. So, hey, I shut your business down and find you for your safety. Yes, absolutely. Lane, you took the test. 80-80, libertarian. Thank you. Awesome. Yes, please do that. Yes. I don't like AOC, but I get it. Yes, there is a shine to her. Again, I don't like her either. I'm just saying I get it. I'm just saying I get it. Yes. Eric got 100%. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Yes. AOC seems to be at least pretty good on stuff like ICE and qualified immunity. It's true. I will always give somebody credit where credit is due. I think AOC is severely misguided in many things she believes. I believe that, and I don't mean it to be negative, and I would tell her to her face if she asked me. She won't come on my show, but I would have her on my show. With that in mind, she is, at least was, I don't know if she still is, she was a very hard worker, and she busted her rump for that seat. That she did. She did not get that seat handed to her. She busted her rump on that seat, and she is good on ICE and qualified immunity. Not bad on those. So, yeah, there's some good there. Still don't want her as my congressperson, but I will give people credit where credit is due. Very few that you can find someone who's wrong on everything. I mean, maybe our governor. But besides that, almost nobody else. Absolutely. I will show a milkshake at him. Yes. Larry, how can you not run for governor in 24? Because the race is in 22 is why I could not do it in 2024. But I appreciate that. Guys, I want to say thank you so much for today. Thank you for letting me rant as much as I ranted. I appreciate that. Pete, you didn't talk about the deficit. Got you, 27 trillion. So got you before you got me. Absolutely. I hope you guys will share this to the best of your ability. Let people know this is out here. It does matter. I keep saying it does matter. This is a Sharpe Way show. We can grow. We can become more powerful. And please, this year, if you can, vote gold. I'll see you all tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow. Absolutely.